Hello all and welcome to the Learning Hub. Today we are going to do chapter 2 polynomials from your class 10th maths. So let's get started. So first I'm going to tell you what is degree and what are the types of polynomials. So what is a degree? Degree is basically the highest power of the variable of the whole polynomial. So now let's start the types of polynomial which you have learned in class 9th also. Linear polynomial. Linear polynomial, it has degree 1. Let's take the example 4x plus 2. So here x has a degree 1. Okay, so its general formula is ax plus b, and here note that a is not equal to 0, because if a is 0 then x has no power. X की जो term है ये खत्म हो जाएगी and only constant term is left, so hence no polynomial. So जब constant ही रह जाएगा तो ये polynomial ही नहीं रह जाएगा. So note that a is not equal to 0. तो ये हमारा linear polynomial का general formula है ax plus b. Okay, here b can be 0. Okay, we can write it as 4x, 2x, anything. वो जो होगा हमारा linear polynomial होगा, but 6, 7 ये constant terms cannot be a polynomial. Okay. Then comes quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial has degree 2. Okay, and degree 2 means its number of zeros is 2. मतलब दो zeros होंगे इस polynomial के. We can find 2 zeros. So here we can see the example x square plus 8x plus 15. So its general formula is ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. ये जनरल फॉर्मूला है, प्लीज नोट इट. ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c. ओके, इस सी द एग्जांपल x स्क्वायर प्लस 8x प्लस 15. हियर a is equals to 1, b is 8, c is 15. Okay, now let's see what is a cubic polynomial. In a cubic polynomial, degree is 3. Degree should be 3. It means the highest power of the variable. X square मतलब power 2 हो जाए, 1 हो जाए, there is no problem in it. Constant term भी आ जाए, but एक variable होना चाहिए polynomial में जिसकी degree 3 हो. Highest power of the variable should be 3. Okay, then we can say that the polynomial is cubic polynomial. Okay, so degree 3 is must in it. 4x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 1. ये एग्जाम्पल देख सकते हैं. इसमें a जो है हमारा 4, b 3, c 2 है और d 1 है. मतलब we can say कि हमारा d तक टर्म आ जाती है, 4 टर्म्स आ रही हैं. इसका जनरल फॉर्मूला होता है ax क्यूब प्लस bx स्क्वायर प्लस cx प्लस d. कि ax क्यूब एक bx स्क्वायर, मतलब क्यूब की भी एक टर्म आएगी, एक स्क्वायर की भी आ सकती है, और एक टर्म ये भी आ सकती है कि x1 है एंड 1 कांस्टेंट है. ax क्यूब प्लस bx स्क्वायर प्लस cx प्लस d. बट ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है, इसके वेरिएंट्स भी हो सकते हैं. लाइक आई विल गिव एन एग्जांपल. जैसे मैं लिखूं 2x क्यूब प्लस 1, तो ये भी एक क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल है, क्योंकि इसकी तो वेरिएबल की डिग्री तो हाईएस्ट पावर तो 3 है ना. सो इसकी भी हमारी ये भी क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल ही कहा जाएगा. अगर मैं लिख दूं x क्यूब प्लस 2x स्क्वायर, और आई कैन राइट x क्यूब लाइक 4x क्यूब प्लस 6x, तो ये भी एक क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल है. 4x क्यूब प्लस 6x प्लस 6x स्क्वायर, कुछ भी ले लो, बस हमारी एक वेरिएबल जो हो उसकी डिग्री 3 होनी चाहिए. ओके, मतलब हाईएस्ट पावर शुड बी 3. Now there is one more type of polynomial which is biquadratic polynomial. You must have heard about it. उसमें डिग्री जो होती है 4 होती है, and it is not in our syllabus, but yeah, we can get it the knowledge. Yeah, उसकी डिग्री होती है 4. बाइक्वाड्रेटिक बोलते हैं हम उसको, बाइक्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल. Okay, so please pause the video and note it down. Now let's see the parabola. What is a parabola? So a quadratic polynomial is the general formula we have seen, ax square plus dx plus c. So we represent a quadratic polynomial graphically as a shape of parabola. Okay, so parabola is of two types. It can open upwards like this, you can see, and you can and parabola can open downwards also. So it depends on that a is greater than 0 or greater than 0 or less than 0. Okay, see, when it open upwards, a is greater than 0, and when it open downwards, a is lesser than 0. So what is a? Here a is this, the constant with x square. Okay, so let's see some cases to understand the parabola. Let's see case 1. Here you can see that this parabola touches x-axis, the graph intersects x-axis at 2 points. So the number of zeros are 2. Okay, and it intersects at 0 and 3. So either if you are asked in the board examination also that what are the number of zeros in this graph and this polynomial, so you'll say 2 zeros. Okay, 2 zeros. Why 2 zeros? Because it cuts the x-axis at 2 points. And what are the zeros? अगर ये आ जाए, so you'll say 0 and 3. Okay, you will write the number of zeros are 2 and the zeros are 0 and 3. Okay, so let's see now this one. This is a case 1 only. Let's see this here. Now here they are similar only, but the parabola was opening downwards in this one, and in this graph parabola is opening upwards. Okay, you will see this type upward open हो रहा है ना ये. तो इसमें क्या है कि the graph is touching at 2 points. You will say that the number of zeros are 2 because the graph intersects x-axis at 2 points. Here the number of zeros are 2 and the zeros are -1 and 2. Okay, now let's see the case 2. Here you can see the parabola is opening downwards में open हो रहा है. Here the number of zeros is only 1. ठीक है, सिर्फ एक zero है which is 1. Okay, and here the zero is also 1. Either be the graph is intersecting the x-axis at only 1 point, and the zero is also 1. Here also 1. Here you can see that parabola is opening downwards and here opening upwards. So we will be explaining about parabolas in class 11th. It would be in more detail. Okay, so for class 10th you just have to learn this, and there is also one case which is case 3. So let's see. So let's see now the case 3. Here the graph is either completely above the x-axis. Here you can see it's either above the x-axis. X-axis को तो touch ही नहीं कर रहा है. ये graph intersect ही नहीं कर रहा है x-axis को. It is either completely above the x-axis or completely below the x-axis. So it does not cut the x-axis or intersect the x-axis at any point. So you, if the question comes in your exam like this, what are the zeros or it would be like this. Will there be any 0 in this graph? So we'll say no. There would be no 0 in this polynomial. Okay. अगर आ जाए y, so we'll say because the graph does not intersect x-axis at any point. ये सिर्फ y-axis को intersect कर रहा है and we are not concerned about y-axis, that parabola is touching the y-axis. We are only concerned about the x-axis. Okay. So remember that there is no 0. I will write the number of zeros from this graph. So you'll say there would be no 0 in this graph. Okay. Because it's not touching x-axis at any point. Okay, so we have seen all these 3 cases and I hope that you must have understood what is a parabola and how can we find the number of zeros or the zeros from the graph or from a parabola. So now let's see the exercise 2.1. Guys, now let's see the exercise 2.1. Here the question is the graphs of y is equals to px are given in this figure. Okay, for some polynomials px, find the number of zeros of px in each case. So you can see the first case here here the graph is not touching x-axis at any point. So what you'll say? Here it is written find a number of zeros. So you'll say there is no 0 in this graph. Second case mein you can see that the graph is touching x-axis at one point. So this one point is a 0 for the polynomial. This one point. So you'll say there is 1 0 of px. Let's come to the third case. Here here the graph is touching the x-axis at 1, 2 and 3 points. Okay, let me mark the points. Here it is 1, 2 and 3. Okay, I hope it's visible. Okay, you can see in your book also and mark it with me. Okay, so you can see here it is touching at 1 point, then C at second point and third point. Okay, so you'll say there are 3 number of zeros of px in this situation. Then come to fourth case. In fourth case you can see that this graph is touching x-axis at 2 points. I have marked the 2 points. Here you can see so you'll say there are 2 number of zeros of px or of the polynomial. Here the graph is touching the x-axis or intersecting at 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 points पे ये x-axis को intersect कर रहा है. So you'll say 4 number of zeros. There are 4 zeros of px and here I have marked the points at which it's intersecting at x-axis. So you can see 1, 2, 3. So here you will see at 3 points the graph is touching the x-axis at 3 points. So there are 3 number of zeros of px in this case. So these all are the cases and I have told you the answers, the solutions also. So this was exercise 2.1.